In the Oval Office shows Phil Hartman as President Biden, Gilda Radner as Kamala Harris, Janet Belushi as Ron Klain, Philip Seymour Hoffman as Dr. Fauci, and Norm Macdonald as Anthony Blinken. Hartman: hey guys, you ready for some more March Madness? I can't wait for some more basketball. Belushi: Mr. President, we thought we could go over some more pressing matters. Besides the war in Ukraine, your approval rating stands at 38%. Hartman: oh, come on, man. It's because of all that COVID stuff. Hey, Tony Baloney, can we trust the science yet to say COVID's gone? Hoffman: I don't think we should pack it in yet, Mr. President. We found a nursing home in Michigan chock full of registered Republican voters. Hartman: no, come on, man. The American people are sick of COVID. What do you think, Kamala? Radner: oh, I'm just waiting for you to finally die. Hartman: well, at least she's honest. How about you, Blinken? What's going on with that whole Ukrainian village thing over there anyway? McDonald: it appears Putin still wants Kiev. Hartman: and I want to get my next facelift for free. Okay, who cares what he wants? What can we do to him? Can we nuke him? McDonald: sir, nuking them would bring upon a nuclear winter in the destruction of all civilization. Belushi: a lack of civilization could really help us with the midterms, Mr. President. Hartman: okay, well, now you're talking. Okay, let's look into that, okay? But before you do that, Ronnie, can you get me on ESPN to fill out some brackets like Barack used to do? Shows Rodney Dangerfield as Trump, Richard Pryor as Barack Obama, Ted Knight as George Bush, Robin Williams as Bill Clinton, and George Burns as Jimmy Carter. All are hiding behind a plant in the Oval Office. Pryor: that stupid son of a bitch is trying to steal my idea. Dangerfield: beats him stealing an election. Ted Knight: I got 2 words for you, Donald. Hanging chads. Williams: any word yet on when Joe's getting his new intern? Burns: did I tell you guys I once beat Jerry Ford in an election? It was a simpler time. Gas was 59 cents a gallon, and Ukraine was already part of Russia. Shows Leslie Nielsen as George Washington, Ed Asner as John Adams, Peter Graves as Thomas Jefferson, George Kennedy as James Madison, John Ritter as James Monroe, Don Rickles as John Quincy Adams, Bob Funkhauserstein as Andrew Jackson, and Jack Warden as Martin Van Buren. Those ghosts are watching the presidents behind the plant watching Biden, and they're bickering among themselves. Then shows Charles Grodin as William Henry Harrison, George Carlin as John Tyler, Fred Willard as James Polk, Rip Torn as Zachary Taylor, Chris Farley as Alec Baldwin, Gavin McLeod as James Buchanan, and Harold Ramis as Abraham Lincoln. As those ghosts watch the other ghosts watch the ex-presidents watch Biden. Grodin is Harrison. I'm sick of it, okay? Those first 8 presidents think they're so great. They think they're so much cooler than us. They always get to group together and send the president spiritual advice. Well, what about us? Carlin is Tyler. William, why would Biden want to hear from you? You couldn't last 30 fucking days as president before you croaked. Okay, at least I established the protocol for a vice president to assume the presidency after the president dies. Willard is Polk. Well, I agree with Harrison, okay? We don't get enough credit. Most people don't even know that I was the one who brought Texas into the Union. Torn as Taylor. You did? You sat on your ass. I was the one who actually led the army. Farley as Baldwin. Whatever, Taylor. Do you guys see why I poison him now? Whatever problems you all may have, at least you don't always get mixed up with that asshole who was in 30 Rock. McLeod as Buchanan. Oh, you mean Tracy Morgan? Farley. No. The other guy who accidentally shot the camera woman. Fillmore. Harold Ramis is Lincoln. Sorry, gentlemen. It appears the other presidents are calling me over. As Lincoln joins the first 8 presidents, Grodin says, "Are you kidding me? Of course Washington and those guys invite Lincoln over. Gosh, we just need, Carlin. What we need is to stop bitching and go talk to Biden ourselves." Grodin, Carlin, Willard, Torn, Farley, and McLeod each go whisper to Biden. Hartman, Jiminy Crickets. Belushi, what's wrong, Mr. President? Hartman, man, I'm getting some really weird messages, some weird thoughts. Okay, now I'm not sure if I want to die. Establish how a vice president becomes president after the president dies. Radner, talk a little bit about that, please. Hartman, now I'm thinking I want to annex Texas. Or get poisoned or look like that Fillmore fella. Or get sucked off by William Rufus King. Grodin, guys, I think we need to get better at giving spiritual advice. Shows Gavin McLeod getting a blowjob from Bob Saget is William Rufus King. Well, I think we're doing all right. Isn't that right, babe? Saget lifts his head away from McLeod's crotch and says, "Well, you sure are. No trauma here." Live from Tom's phone, we're not alive. It's Saturday Night Live, starring an ever-evolving cast that has unionized and refuses to allow their names to be mentioned until their demands are met. Musical guest, Taylor Hawkins, and your host, John F. Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, John F. Kennedy. Applause, applause, applause. Kennedy. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Former President Reagan has wanted to host, but the last president to host was Richard Nixon. If you remember, I beat in 1960. And they don't want one side to dominate all the airtime. Shows Rush Limbaugh in the crowd who yells, "Unlike the liberal media, Kennedy." So anyway, President Nixon's monologue on this show was pretty controversial. Limbaugh, because he told the truth. And liberals don't like the truth. Kennedy, don't like the truth. Have you tried looking in the mirror, sir? I think the truth is that you should be worrying more about finding the treadmill than interrupting my monologue. Anyway, I'm not looking to be controversial. I'm looking to say this. We support our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and success of liberty. Applause, applause, applause. Tom Landry comes out. Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest football coaches of all time, former Dallas Cowboys coach and Hall of Famer Tom Landry. Applause, applause, applause. Landry. Hey, John. Have you seen that new stadium they have in Dallas? I'd love to take you over there to a game sometime. Kennedy. Sorry, Tom. Something about Dallas. I don't know. I always seem to get headaches down there. Anyway, I do want to say that whatever its weaknesses, whatever its drawbacks, whatever its scars, whatever its mistakes, that the United States is the greatest country that exists, that has ever existed, and that will ever exist.
We are truly the shining light on that hill. And even when things get tough, remember that even if America is not perfect, it is truly Camelot.
Norm Macdonald comes out.
Mr. President?
Kennedy.
Yes, Norm.
Macdonald.
Did you just say America came a lot? Like it jizzed everywhere?
Kennedy.
No comment. We have a great show tonight. Recently deceased drummer of the band Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins, is here tonight. So in times like these, give the best of you forever long. We'll be right back.